Yo, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CartoonTaj. Oh man, I hope you guys and gals having a lovely Sunday out there. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Today, man, we gonna do like we always do, reactions, baby, with your favorite animated character. And it's by Oshay Duke Jackson, man. And I love this brother channel, man. He always gives what's going on in the world of pop culture, hip hop, and in these streets of the dating world, you know. And the title of this video is Saweetie, Dubai Secret just cost her everything. Oh man, so Saweetie, you know, y'all know Saweetie. I don't know if I said it right, you know, the rapper, you know, she fine though, by the way. She nice now, you know, she great, you know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't gonna do it right now. I ain't gonna do it right now, but yeah, she bad, but man, she got a secret, man, and let's see what that secret is. Let's start this video.
There is a woman on Instagram who is accusing Saweetie of being a yacht girl. And for those of you who don't know what a yacht girl is, it's basically a girl who sells cookies, but she's not a Girl Scout.
You may not have heard of this young lady because I haven't either.
Oh man. Oh, so Saweetie selling them cookies? Oh, I mean, like she say, she ain't no Girl Scout. You know, she ain't selling no Pepperidge Farm or nothing like that. She ain't selling no Keebler. Hey, but I gotta tell you, man, you know, I ain't paying for the, you know, but I got a little animated dollars in my pocket right now. I'm just saying, Saweetie. I'm just saying, girl. I'm just saying.
Her name is Maybach May. If you look at her Instagram, it doesn't seem like she has a whole lot of stuff popping. She just looks like the average chick with a BBL and a nice body, and nothing else is to be seen there, right? But that's what you think. Just because somebody don't have a whole lot of followers, it don't mean that they're not important in the industry. And according to this chick, she's more important than we think. Fast forward. Maybach May is one of the largest madams in the industry. And what Maybach May does is she connects.
Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. This is Maybach May. All right, man. I see it. That's a dope ass name. Maybach May. Maybe because she got the Maybach, that ass, the Maybach. You know, that BBL, that Maybach. You know, hey, I take her through there. I'll be honest. I hit Maybach May. You know, but man, so she pimping them hoes out. Okay, let's see what's going on.
A lot of beautiful women to rich men all over the world. She's going to Dubai, Lagos, Europe, wherever you think that the rich guys are at, she has them in her system. And a lot of girls want to deal with Maybach May because she's the connection to all the guys with the money. And one of those ladies allegedly is Saweetie. Now, if you look at Saweetie's Instagram following, she got 12.4 million followers. Why would Saweetie be working with a lady that got 25,000 followers? Well, here's the story. Fast forward. Maybach May had a connection with a guy by the name of Jadon Sancho. Now, he plays in the Premier European League. I think it's Manchester United. I'm not necessarily sure. But the guy makes a lot of money, like over $180,000 per week. And this dude is known for tricking on women. Like, he is known for spending a whole lot of money. So basically what Maybach May did was say, listen,
man, 180K a week, no, not year. A year is amazing. A week, man. You know, I used to play soccer, man. You know, hey, Taj, man, you got a creative me, dog. You know, make me a soccer player, brother. Can you do that for me? Well, I can go ahead and trick all these industry hoes out here, please. Thank you.
Saweetie, I got this dude, and he's a younger guy. He's like 21. And you know, Saweetie is closer to being like 30. So look, this young dude, if you deal with him, he'll spend money on you. But here's what you got to do. You got to pay me my money, and you know, whatever else you get from him, you can keep. But as long as I get my cut, I'm cool.
He's right, you know.
And here's a text message that's even explaining that. Here it says, What you doing? We should do a big bear trip with good friends, group, co-ed. Oh my God, it's so nice here. And even that code is 2 hours from LA. At the studio, girl, all my friends out of state. When bees run it up on Jadon, how much they doing in a weekend? Woo! Now, this is evidence, right? Fast forward! But here's what Saweetie did. She fell in love with Jadon, or got Jadon to fall in love with her. And so she ended up in a full relationship with Jadon Sancho. Now, Jadon Sancho ended up getting, a tattoo of her, I think like on his neck or something like that. And basically they got into a...
Whoa. Hey, brother. Hey, Jadon, man. I'm talking to you right now. It's the OG, man. You don't get tattoos of these women on you, dog. They do that to us, but I wouldn't get a tattoo of a woman on me. Hell nah. Respect to the ladies out there that a relationship in, but I still wouldn't do it. If they do that, if they want to get a tattoo of me, hey, that's cool. But hey, I wouldn't do it. That's me personally.
A full blown relationship and basically cut off Maybach May. And so this is the problem at Bay. Maybach May is saying, listen, you owe me money and you was out here dealing with the dude that I set you up with. And now you don't want to pay me? Let's go back to that first text message. She goes, Sancho, after you done paying and getting tattoos of a 304, you barely know. Run me my money. She hates her career. So you come right on time like the trick you are. I just want what y'all owe me. So obviously Jadon didn't pay her and Saweetie must have told him not to pay. Now, what else? Cocaine, witchcraft, and liquor is one hell of a mix. Send me my bread home record. Woo! Now, before I get into the rest of the screenshots, I kind of want to get into what Saweetie is kind of known for.
Saweetie is allegedly a yacht girl who makes far more money from yachting than she does from her music career. And according to this blind item, she allegedly has a substance abuse problem that is making her messy and causing her to lose yachting clients. And the blind item reads, this A-list Nepo baby, who's a rapper, singer, niece, cousin, and granddaughter of famous names, earns way more from yachting each week than from her actual music. But her substance habit has gotten out of control, and the messiness is driving clients away fast.
So Saweetie is known for being a yacht girl. So this is the girl who doesn't really advertise that they're selling.
Oh, man. So Saweetie out there selling that thing. And basically, she on that coke. she on that cane out here, baby. Any other types of substance, man. And man, Saweetie music is trash. We all know she a pretty face and everything. And hey, I guess she ain't the only one. Saweetie ain't the only one. There's a lot of women out there, I'm sure, yachting out there that got careers and their careers ain't taking off. Come on, man. But hey, do you what you do, I guess.
Cheeks, but they are selling cheeks. And again, this young lady already mentioned that Saweetie has a drug problem. And this other lady here is saying that, hey, Saweetie is out here clapping cheeks and a lot of clients are tired of her and her drug issues. And she's not the only person to mention this sort of freestyling idea.
You need to build your brand up so that you're not known as a 304, because what men really like, they like freestylers better, okay? They don't want a girl to be posting ads online and stuff. No, they want to feel like they just stumbled across a beautiful woman, and for this price, they could have access.
So, this lady has a good point. Like, people don't want you to be advertising your cheeks out there, but they want to know that you're down with the get down. And it gets even worse.
I'm not saying that her music is a cover up. No, it's not a cover up. She's an entertainer that goes along with it. So like a child actor grows up, then they're known for being a 304 all of a sudden, but not to regular people. As far as you guys know, they're just a singer, a dancer, an actor, a YouTuber, anything, an influencer. A lot of high-end 304s are actually influencers, and that's what builds your brand better. Why do you think I'm in so many people's YouTube videos? I'm on podcasts like Fresh and Fit. I'm in 20v1s with Kodak. It's all because it builds your persona. It builds your brand. So this way, when I say, hey, I want X amount, it makes sense because I'm an entertainer. I'm a celebrity.
Now she's breaking down the whole playbook for influencers. If you look at somebody like Saweetie, She's always on like 20 versus 1 shows. She's always on like podcasts, the Fresh and Fit. Like she moves around, and you don't really see a whole lot of the better rappers doing that, like Cardi B. And to be honest, Cardi B, did mention that Saweetie was doing stuff like this. Remember that Saweetie was with Quavo, and then Saweetie ended up sleeping with Offset, which caused some tension between the whole Migos crew and all of that. Like, I mean, Saweetie just is down bad for real. Like, just down bad as hell. But
you know what's crazy, man? Like, Quavo, man. I mean, we all dated women out here, attractive women, like myself, like me. But sometimes you don't know they past, man, and they past can sometimes still be their presence, and definitely damn sure can be their future still. So it's kind of hard sometimes to have discernment, man, because as an entertainer, as a rapper, female rapper with sex appeal is big out here, and it's the allure, and it's what sells the money, obviously, and especially if she's not a good rapper, you're like, damn, what? We kind of get why she famous. She bad, she attractive, but yeah, you kind of know that she's doing something else on the side. You kind of can get an inkling. Maybe you could be wrong, but if you still on popping doing stuff, you're doing something on the side, basically.
Check this out.
I have said it before, and I get crucified for it. People get so mad every single time I bring it up. But your favorite musicians are not very wealthy. Like, there's no money to be made in the music industry. A lot of them are broke. Some of the influencers on this app make more money than your favorite musicians. And the reason why, it's not just because, I think especially this applies, especially like in hip hop, it's not just because they don't get paid that much. It's also because they get paid a decent amount. It's because their lifestyle is extremely expensive. Like, if you are in hip hop, part of being in hip hop is that you have to look rich. You have to pretend to be ultra wealthy, and living outside of your means is very expensive. It's not just like having a fancy house and owning cars, right? It's also like having a glam team all the time, having an agent, having a manager, having a social media person. All of that is very, very expensive. In your mind, you thought Saweetie was affording all that off of her music career when she's been in the game 10 years and has still not put out a debut album?
Now, this young lady mentioned something similar about your favorite influencers being broke. Now, for me, I'm looking at 12.4 million followers. I'm like, damn, she must be doing good. But if you look at her lifestyle, she got to keep up that image, right? Like, that's how she got popular. Now, this is something that's interesting because somebody like me, as a YouTuber or a down bad influencer, like, I got, popular because of my commentary. Nobody follows me because I need to be extravagant.
Hey, trust me, Oshay, you the homie though, man. But man, with your phase, homie, yeah, we get it, dog. We get it. All jokes, dog. All jokes.
And are opulent, are fashion based, and this is why a lot of YouTubers end up having more money than influencers, because people tend to watch us for us, and we don't have a pressure of trying to be, flashy or living a big lifestyle. That's the same thing with athletes. They don't have to actually live a rich lifestyle to be rich. Like Kawhi Leonard is a good example of that. But if you come in the game and you're a hot chick like Saweetie, you have a lifestyle. And if the money isn't coming in because the music industry doesn't pay it, you got to get that money somehow. All right. And so, and then also she's never had a debut album. So you're not making money from music. So what are you making money from? But wait, there's more.
If you are ever trying to pocket watch your favorite celebrity and their musician specifically, right, you're trying to figure out if they're broke or not, all you have to do is check to see their endorsement deals, right? The more endorsement deals they have, the more paid they are. If you have a favorite celebrity, I'm not going to say no names, there's one in particular I'm thinking of, and they haven't had an endorsement deal in years, they're probably broke. And I'm going to leave that at that. Unless they own businesses and companies that are kept on the hush, 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 they're probably broke.
So this is an important distinction. Again, like if you look at somebody and the brand deals that they have, this would indicate how much money they actually make. Now, this is something.
She's right with that, but you got some celebrities, especially if they smart with it, that's into and that do real estate, that have stocks and kind of own some things you don't know about, which does happen. Chamillionaire, he's one of them. The dude from the light skinned nigga from Pretty Ricky, man. Their singing group, R&B group Pretty Ricky, him. They actually make way more money than they did in their music career. So you got some guys that's out here smart that know how to monopoly their money basically to triple their income. So you got guys out here, but she's right. You know, you have some that if they just trying to go off just their celebrity status or appearance, you know, they're not gonna make the money if they're not getting the endorsement deal, especially when you're not making music. If you're not a big top artist in the music industry, you're not making bread. Yeah, so she's right. She's right.
And that we saw with Will Smith. Once Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, he lost a lot of brand deals. Okay, and so this hurt him financially. Now you already know his lifestyle is really up there. It's expensive, but to lose brand deals, which I mean, again, I would assume that Saweetie has a lot of brand deals, or maybe she doesn't. But if you don't have those brand deals, and those brand deals pay a lot of money, it's kind of how you make cash in the industry. And so if you somehow lose that, you lose it all. Okay, and this is kind of what's happening with Saweetie. She doesn't really have brand deals. Okay, so if you don't have brand deals, you're not a podcaster. You know, you're not really working a lot. You got to make that money because this industry for music is not really there. And, you know, YouTubing is there, but YouTubing is hard. You know, people can say, well, why don't you start a podcast? A lot of people have podcasts. It's still hard. It's not easy, you know, doing this work every day. So, you know, the quickest way to do that is, I mean, if you were going to sleep with somebody anyway, it was to go head on and basically pay to get the cheeks clapped. And it goes back to what the manosphere guys have always taught, that certain ladies are always for sale. It doesn't matter. Like a lot of girls, you know what? Let me just say this. Fast forward. I know so many ladies who are IG influencers, especially in this part of the world. And again, they're like yacht girls. They out here, you know, living it up. They may have a few brand deals, but trust me, like they can barely pay their rent. They can barely pay for electricity. I mean, like it's, you know, they need hair, they need makeup. They constantly have to live in that lifestyle, you know, going to dinner, going to 4 Points. I mean, that might be going to dinner, going to hotels, things like that. It costs money to keep playing like that, you know, being out. And, you know, when you popping bottles, you buying Don Julio in the club, somebody got to pay for that. And somebody got to pay for their food every day. I mean, you get chicks that look so good and they're begging for KFC, like literally begging for KFC. You would never think that a chick that has a big following on TikTok or Instagram is that broke, but so many chicks don't really have money like that. And this is why, like, dudes who are consistent and they may have a good business, you would have a shot. Like literally, if you were willing to pay, you would have a shot at these cheeks. I'm just being real. You would be able to go head on and get that clapping off. You might not think so, but oh yes, it happens a lot. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Oshay Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.
Oh man, that was another great video, man, by Oshay Duke Jackson. I'll make sure to have the video down below of his channel, man. And man, of course, y'all watch it after you get done watching it with me. Watch it with me. Obviously, just did, and man, you got a lot of great things, man. What's going on in these streets out here, and yeah, man. I mean, I'm not shocked at all with Saweetie, man. You know, I'm pretty sure most of, like I said, women in the industry selling that thing, man. You know, and they got to make that money somehow, man. But you know, her music has always been horrible. You know, I always thought she was bad in everything, and that's about it. And hey, and to say she's 30 now, so I mean, if you about to be hit your 30s, baby, you know, you only gonna get older. So how long that selling that thing gonna last? But you know, everybody want them young and trim. You know what I mean? But hey, I think she still might do it, man. Still might sell that pussy till she's 50. It is what it is. Well, I'm glad y'all liked the video, man. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If y'all want to add me on Instagram for more, see some of my animation cartoons. You want to draw on yourself, follow me on Instagram down below. TikToks to see my animation dance. My link down below as well. If y'all want to play me on Twitch, you know, try to be my Twitch community up. My link down below as well. If y'all want any look fresh for the fall, with some nice hoodies, leggings for the ladies. I'll link down below as well. Y'all have a great day. Peace.